Hi, Nancy. You're back soon.
I just have a couple more things I wanted to ask you.
Well, lucky.
What kind of herbs do you have? Lauren, need some help?
Yes. Please feel free.
Sage.
I'll help you with the rest. Great work.
Chamomile. Our Lady's Thistle.
I'll help you with the rest. Great work.
Garlic.
Great work. Good job. I feel like you've proven yourself capable enough to start mixing with them.
Thank you.
This one isn't used too often. Its modern name is Aster, but in the book, you will find it under the old name, Starwort. My supply is...
I will keep that in mind. Lauren asked me not to read this. Starwort. Sweet marjoram. Interesting. I just have a cup. What kind of...
You expect me to?
And you believe...
It's a potent truth serum.
So you wouldn't mind taking a sip to prove you have nothing to hide?
Look, just because I have no crimes to hide doesn't mean I want to blurt out my private life to you.
Fair enough. Done. This looks great.
No,
Come on, take a break.
Jason, I have had these protesters outside my window nonstop for days. I must deal with this situation. The longer it goes on, the worse it looks.
Yeah. Ooh, but I'm buying lunch.
You're buying? Really? With what?
You gotta get over this, Dad. It's not good for you. It's not healthy.
What are you talking?
You resent me.
I don't resent you, Jason. Miss Drew, please, we'll talk later, okay?
Oh, you have time for her, but not for me.
Please, Jason.
Hi.
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. You're visiting Salem, yeah? What do you think? Kind of a boring town beneath all the legend.
Jason, come on. We have a meeting.
Actually, it seems like there's a lot going on here.
Well, whenever you're up for some real excitement, look me up.
I'm sorry. He's still trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life.
Didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps.
Oh, he tried. Didn't have the dedication to follow through with the schooling. Anyway.
As you know, I want to investigate the crime scene. Could you give me the...
Information isn't usually available to the public. I'm afraid I can't just take your word for it. I'll have it taken...
Miss Drew.
Hi, Miss Cole.
Alicia, please.
Oh, same.
Great. So what do you need, Nancy? Any more paper clips, staplers, or perhaps...
I'm more of a pneumatic nail gun type.
Ha ha.
You have a hammer drill in here.
In my closet. I'm a bit of a home improvement junkie. You have to be when you live in a house built in the 1800s.
Well, thanks, but I don't need any of those things. I do have some questions, though. You mind if I take 5 minutes?
Please. I don't mind.
I'm sure you've heard about the burglary in the court's evidence room.
Yes, unbelievable. You know, I've started asking myself, what is happening to this town? It used to be such a safe place. And now we have arson and break-ins. I'm worried there's a pattern of escalation here. I mean, is this the kind of place I want to raise children in?
Oh, you're trying to start a family.
I mean, yes. But with the amount that I work, when is there any time? I barely have enough time to do my hair in the morning, let alone go on a date after work. And to be honest, the type of people living in a place like Salem is, well, not really what I'm... How about you?
I have a boyfriend.
Really? He doesn't accompany you on your
Well, he's in college right now, and we see each other when we can.
Uh-huh. You been dating long?
Yeah, a couple of years.
Okay.
No one said it was easy, but we figure out how to make it work.
All I'll say is, most men don't understand what we go through. We have to fight to get a seat at their table, and then they want us to go home and be family makers. Some unsolicited advice from one working woman to another? Don't let his plans get in the way of yours.
Of course, they don't. I just met Jason.
What did you think?
Not the adjective I would...
Different tastes.
Yeah, I think he's kind of like a fast food cheeseburger with extra...
What can I say? I love
So you know him well?
I know him. He does odd jobs for me sometimes. Doesn't hurt that he's easy on the... He is kind of dumb, though.
I wouldn't really know, to be honest.
Listen, spare yourself the headache and just avoid him. Trust me, not much substance. He loves his car. That's all you really need to know.
Do you know who has access?
As far as I know, just myself and the judge.
That's...
Look, I don't like saying this, but the judge occasionally leaves the evidence room unlocked. The man even locked himself in his own office, for pity's sake. Not that it matters. I was told the burglar came from the outside.
So it's safe to say you weren't here during the...
Are you liking me for this crime, Nan?
No, I don't like anyone for this crime. Or any other crime for that matter. Just doing my research.
I was not here. Busy, busy, busy.
Do you happen to have the code for the evidence room?
Nope, sorry. He hasn't given that to me yet. And knowing him, he's probably already...
Doing some follow-ups with the arson. Where were you then?
Are you asking for...
Well, yes. If you...
I was at a charity fundraiser, saving the piping plovers. Anyone in this town that works in an official capacity can vouch for me. Are you interviewing any...
I don't think I'll need to.
I'm a little bit surprised you'd even ask.
Just being thorough.
I can respect that.
Would you mind telling me what you were doing 3
days ago. All day?
Well, any info would be helpful.
Actually, why are you interested in this?
I was in Austria 3 days ago and witnessed a theft of a historical artifact there that, surprisingly, I believe is connected to this theft.
I see. I was talking to your father about that case.
Really?
Yeah. We chat sometimes. Mostly.
Okay.
Ask him.
Sure.
You're a regular sleuth, aren't you? Picking up other cases now?
Not exactly. It's kind of related to the Hathorn house.
Yeah, let's see.
You hired Jason Danforth for that?
He's cheap. And he can't say no, because he needs the money. Plus, I kinda like watching him suffer a little.
I wouldn't know why.
You know, I could use someone like you. A lawyer is always in need of a good private investor. If your father would be okay with you working for someone else.
Alicia, I'm my own woman. I work for myself.
Good. Well, when you solve this case...
Do you know Lauren Holt?
Owner of Luminous Infusions. Resident of the Hathorn estate.
So do you know her?
Absolutely.
How's the case going?
Well, that's a bit of a confidential... But you are the daughter of a lawyer. So... Without a will, there is no case. No one has been able to find it.
And without the will, the house goes to the state.
The law is the law. I can try to get a delay. But we've already delayed twice. It's a tough world out there.
I spoke with Lauren. She mentioned you...
A key?
To the Hathorn.
It's the only copy. Don't lose it. Oh, and this really isn't supposed to be. If someone finds you with it, I might have to say you stole it. Here to help, Nancy. Hey, next time, please knock before I...
Why did you bring your...
Well, after the burglary, we realized that this place was in dire need of higher security. I ordered the keypad online and used the drill to mount it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, still ended up calling a professional when the thing wouldn't stop beeping.
What did you mean when you said the people here are not your...
Oh, you probably know by now. You've been around...
I have.
It's all people with minds as small as the town itself. I don't mean to sound harsh, but you can only meet so many with this...
That's interesting.
Oh, nothing much. Sometimes I just wish this place would be a bit bigger, you know? More progressive. Imagine a revitalized town.
Do you think that could happen?
A woman can...
See you later.
I knew you couldn't resist.
Yes, you are correct, Jason.
I'm open tomorrow night. Or tonight.
How about 3?
Wait. We already...
Definitely not.
Oh.
Where were you on the night Hathorn house was burned?
Oh, right. I was...
Do you remember?
Yeah. Primal...
I'm sorry.
It's a steakhouse. I was there with my dad. Great steak, very expensive. So, if we haven't been on a date...
No, thank you. I have another...
Yes, it's...
I actually wanted to know what you were doing.
Are you sure that's what you want to know?
Yes.
I was actually digging out a stump in Alicia Cole's backyard.
You. Digging out a...
What? Yeah. Not my favorite pastime, but I can't really say no to the money. I mean, it gives a good tan. Ladies can't say no to a hot bod.
Okay.
You don't believe me? Maybe you should ride with me to the beach. I can...
No, thanks.
No. Thank you.
See you later.
When do we want it?
I need to get Judge Danforth's permission before I investigate the burglary.
How's my girl doing?
Hey, Dad.
Of course. Shoot.
I need to investigate inside the Salem courthouse, specifically concerning the burglary in the evidence room. Do you think you could call Judge Danforth on my behalf and get...
Not a problem. You know, this reminds me. Next time you see him, you should bring up the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta.
Dad,
Yeah?
maybe later.
Sure thing. Talk soon. You're all set.
Great.
You're welcome. I'm just really proud of you, Nancy. I don't know how often I tell you that.
Thanks, Dad. You know I learned it all from you, right?
Oh, now I know that's not true. The judge told me about a certain lock. You certainly didn't learn that.
I may have picked up a few extra skills.
I'd expect nothing less. Love you, kiddo.
Judge?
What in the Sam heck?
A Bitcoin? It's a...
A what?
It's a decentralized
All these new made-up digital things just go too far, if you ask me. Nothing's ever been wrong with good old America.
As you know, I want to investigate the crime scene. Could you give me the...
Oh, yes, about that. Well, you see, I had it written on a post-it note, but I seem to have misplaced it. It should be around here somewhere. Feel free to look for it.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. I love a... There's a number written on... No glass on the floor. So the window was broken from the inside. Now to figure out which ones were stolen. It's dusty. A map of Salem. No. 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 Interesting. No. 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 Interesting. No. 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 Interesting. 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 All of the stolen evidence was linked to the accused witch's claim to Hathorn. All of the stolen evidence was linked to the accused witch's claim to Hathorn House. A CCTV camera? There might be footage from the day of the break-in. The break-in was staged. The thief must have come in through the door.
Well,
You left your door open.
actually, that was Damien Faulkner.
You have an intern.
He's around. Someone has to make the coffee here. I'm swamped most days, and I could barely trust.
Oh, I mean, he's not that...
You're right. That was mean.
Do you have access to any of the CCTV footage?
Ah, no, sorry.
Did you know that the break-in was...
Sorry.
Whoever broke in entered the evidence room without actually having to break anything. They tried...
I told the judge to lock that door. And considering how lax security is around here, I mean, you just walked right in. I'm just glad we upgraded this.
See you later.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it?
Hi, Nancy.
When do we want
See you
it?
later.
Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Yes! The key should fit, but the door... This ought to help me out. Now this is more like it. There we go. It's dusty. Francis Tuttle needed this medical machine to stay alive. I wonder what will happen. The entire second floor has burned down. It looks unstable. Not going any further than this. A brand new jacket? Oh, hello. Olivia Ravencroft. What were you doing? An old secretary desk. Roaring 20s, maybe. There's something peculiar about this. Someone painted laurels on the mirror glass. But why? An old secretary. letter written in Francis Tuttle's own hand. The walls are still smoldering from the fire. I went through the missing evidence and was able to get a lip... Judge?
I'm afraid I haven't been completely...
I know.
What?
Let's just say I can tell when someone is trying to hide something from...
The reason Carson sent you to Mosem Castle was because I already knew what was stolen from the courthouse. Tegan Perry had assembled a packet of documents outlining her accused witches' claims on the Hathorne house. They were compelling, and I believe she had a real claim. But now, they're missing.
No documents, no claim.
Yes. Oh, what a mess.
Without any evidence or will, what's the legal status of the house?
Well, that is a somewhat complicated question. With so many moving parts and interested parties with crossover jurisdictions. How did you know?
I can tell you're not happy about being the center of such a large decision.
Well, it's muddy, legally, and complicated for other reasons.
Because it's not just who lives there. It's tied up in the town's history.
Yes.
Do you remember any details about the AW evidence?
I don't remember much, unfortunately. Oh, there was this key with its blade shape to spell AW. Very unique. Not sure what it was connected to.
Like this one? Mosam Castle. I say both crimes are connected. The theft of the Book of Apologies and the theft of evidence from the courthouse.
Someone is going to great lengths to prevent the AW organization from having a claim on the Hathorne.
Any educated guess who that might be?
Practically everybody in this town. Everyone has an interest. Some want it to be a museum, others a carnival attraction. And I'm sure Lauren Holt just wants to live there.
I'll have to dig deeper.
Well, you'll need to do it quickly. I unfortunately must file the papers in 2 days. Otherwise, I lose control of the property and it falls into the hands of the state. And I doubt they give a fig about anyone's opinions from this town.
I love a good ticking, as long as it's not a time bomb. Where were you when this evidence was stolen?
If you can believe it, I was here. I have no reason to steal the evidence, trust me. It's giving me more headaches than I care to admit.
Do you have CCTV footage from the break?
Yes, we do. Huh. I had completely forgotten about those.
Do you mind if I take...
Of course, of course. It'll take about a day to get the right footage. Come back tomorrow and it will be here waiting for you.
Do you mind me asking what you were doing 3 days...
That would be the day you visited Mosam. Are you asking for an alibi, Miss Drew?
I'm just trying to confirm what everyone was doing the day that the Book of Apologies was stolen.
I know it was stolen. But you know I'm the one that called your dad to have you go look for it to begin with.
Right. But other people might say they were with you.
I was at Salem District Court all day, so unless you're interviewing the fine folks who stole eggs from a plover's nest at Winter Island Beach, or triple parked outside the Wax Museum during the middle of the Harvest Festival, I highly doubt my schedule will have crossover with any of the alibis you're following.
One quick question for you, Judge. Do you remember where you were on the night the Hathorn house was burned?
Of course. I was having dinner with my son. It was a very expensive dinner because Jason got the 64-ounce tomahawk chop. And I paid for it like I always do. Ha! You actually suspect me of
No. I just like to get the full picture of who was where, when.
Oh, good.
Right. Thank you, Judge. Also, I thought you should know there's a car parked outside in the handicapped spot.
Huh, you don't say. I'll have it taken care of. Goodbye now.
Tegan, I was able to rule out some...
You need to come here, quickly. Something...
I'll be right there. What happened?
How did it come to this?
Sorry, Ned. Come on, let's get inside.
So I didn't tell you everything. You know, it's just been really hard.
It's okay.
When I started working at the museum, I was curious about our town's history. Because I think history is the most important thing. Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Of course.
Well, I found out something about my family. We changed our name. We used to be Paris.
Okay.
Samuel Paris and his daughter Betty were the first accusers of witches. They were directly responsible for the execution of numerous people. And they are part of my family.
Oh. But you're the
head of the AW organization. My family helped murder their ancestors. Which is why I've never told anybody, and now everyone knows.
Why do you think anyone would do this?
I don't know. Maybe it's someone else who wants the Hathorn house. No one in AW is going to trust me after this. And the evidence is gone. All of this for nothing.
It's going to be okay. Hey guys, can you give me an update?
Hey guys, can you give me an up?
Nancy, I have missed talking to you. I need some rationality in...
Complaining about rationality is inherently irrational.
Right. What's going on?
Not really. I'm at the Perry house. Someone vandalized it with graffiti.
Really?
Turns out the Perrys are descendants of the Paris family. A family who was responsible for sending some of the accused witches to their deaths.
Wow, doesn't she run that justice group, Accused Witches?
Exactly. Explains why she's so dedicated to the cause. She knew and was trying to make things right, I guess.
So, someone is trying to embarrass the Perrys. Means our suspect is still in town.
Looks like. Have you found anything?
Nope. Nothing here. It's been dead quiet. It's a joke. We're, innocent.
If you have to explain it, it's not a joke.
I get it. Listen, things are a little tense here, so I'm gonna stay with Tegan. Can you update me if you find anything?
No problem, partner. Western. I mean, we haven't really discussed the whole detective partnership thing yet, so... Right.
If you're done being awkward,
What?
whatever you say, partner.
Let's finish our search and get out.
Sure, but don't rush. That requires steady patience.
And steady equipment. Speaking of which, how are we doing?
All set. I'll use the antenna to search for suspicious cold spots while you move around with the Ghost Wavelength Spectral Analyzer 2.5 and look for disturbances from the other side.
The spectral analyzer? Anyway, are you sure it actually works?
Of course. I built it myself. The device has a top-of-the-line scanner that can detect any disturbances. It might not have found anything yet, but you have to stay optimistic about these things.
And I guess this ghost hunting notebook is homemade too?
Thoroughly researched. But yes,